Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hope you all are doing well. I'm going to give us a weekly reading. We'll see what the current energy is, what energy we're going into, what our challenges will be, what our assistance will be, what should we focus on, and our enlightenment. So let's figure out what is happening. And first off, we're going to think about our current self, where we are currently. There's a lot of cards that fell out, so nope. There we go. Temperance. Okay, let's see here. Let's make some more room here. Okay. Challenges. Help. We should focus. That is our enlightenment. The underlying energy, the Hierophant. All right. I don't know if you can see that. This is the underlying energy, the Hierophant. Well, in this reading, I'm using the Witch's Tarot because I have my other tarot cards out for my class. So, but in this one, the Hierophant, it represents traditions, but it's not traditions that are within the mainstream. It's those traditions that are the outside. This is talking about the mystery schools, because you see the Hierophant used to be, that is a Greek word, and that was someone that was in charge of initiates, and someone, and I say in charge of, they didn't control them like that, but they saw over the initiates and they helped them with their teachings. The keys here are very important because you have a silver key and you have a gold key. This is about the masculine and feminine energies being balanced within you. This represents the planes of existence. This is it's an outdoor temple. Of course, this is the Witch's Tarot, so this is going to have more of an outdoor kind of feel. And this is saying that, you know, the underlying current is that something is pulling you back, something that, and I'm not saying pulling you back in a negative way. I mean something, your soul is being called to something that is ancient, something that is of tradition that maybe your ancestors did. Some kind of culture that your ancestors participated in, their ways. Every culture has its own ways and has certain things that it does. So in that, what I'm saying is that you're being called back to what is not in the mainstream, what is the mysteries. You know, you're being called to the mysteries and to figure out what is the, you know, the great work, to walk and work with the great work and take that journey. So let's get on. We're here at Temperance, and this is also, the Hierophant is a major arcana card. So this is something that, easily to explain it, this is something that's kind of destined to happen. That's what major arcana cards are, and the minor ones are flowing energy that it can change. So that's a brief introduction to that. And I just want to talk about, we have the Temperance card and where we are. This is saying that, you know, we need to make sure that we are paying attention to our give and take. Temperance is just that. It's about stepping back for a little bit, reassessing. Make sure you're not giving more than you're taking, and vice versa. Make sure the flow is, and that's where we are. So we're kind of assessing our life, and we're kind of doing what, you know, Mercury wants us to do. And we are really really having that vision, really taking that moment and going into that and looking. Her toe is dipped in water here, and every time there's water there, there's always some sort of reflection. Water is our emotions, but it's also been used in divination, water scrying for many, many years. So her toe is dipped into that. So it's dipped into her emotions. But not only that, it's dipping into those intuitive waters of Pisces, because that's, when we see a water sign, we definitely think of Cancer being that big water sign, but we really think of Pisces. So with this one, we're dipping our toe into those waters, and there's also a rainbow in the background. And, this is really speaking to, sometimes you can't really rush to make things happen. They have to come along. But being in this placement of where we are, this is saying that, we're assessing our life a little bit. We are looking at ourselves. Are we looking at the reciprocation that we have in our lives? So where we're going into is the Page of Swords. So, he has his sword up. He's ready to go. His little medallion's flying. So it's like he just whipped it up. He's ready. He is ready to go. He's ready to take on the world, defend himself, and so forth. But know that swords, they do represent air. And this is, he is cutting through. He's ready to get to where he wants to go. And yeah, we're feeling that. We're ready to get moving. We're ready to get past that. With Mars and Aries, many of us are feeling that. But we have to understand that sword is reflective, and that sword is also double-edged. So we have to be conscious. We have to be aware. Just because we can doesn't mean we should, right? And we have to really remember that. Just because we can do stuff doesn't mean we should do stuff. And, those things can end up biting us in the bum, a little bit later. So yeah, if you're going to, we're ready to go. We're going into that position of, it's time to go forward. It's time to do these things. But be very careful. Don't act too fast, right? And next, what is our challenges? Our challenges is the Three of Wands. So it's like he's sitting here looking on this edge of this cliff. He's watching. He's got two of the wands behind him and one before. So, he's completed something. He's waiting for his ship to come in. And there's a ship down there, and the waters are virtually calm. The sky is blue, but our challenge is where are we going to focus? Where are we wanting to go? We have to know where we're wanting to go, and then we have to be able to focus on that. Focus and put our will to that. We have to will it into manifestation. So, or into the physical, I should say. So with this one, with the Three of Wands, we're really just deciding on, our challenge is where you want to go. You may be gifted at many, many things. Can you put it together to create this one path? Or maybe you're ready to focus on something else. Maybe you're ready to begin a new craft. Maybe you have learned something new, or but this is saying that our challenges is that we don't really know where we're going. We need to focus. Our assistance is the Two of Cups. So this is saying that, number one, we need to get right with ourselves. We need to figure out where we are going and what we want to do, and it does take time. If you have a friend that knows you, if you have with the assistance, this is someone that is in alignment with the things that you're doing that can help you, that can be of aid for you. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to be someone of the opposite sex. It just means that there's someone that can offer you advice or help you decide where you want to go. This is Cups. So this is related to our emotions. So when we are connected to ourselves, and we're balanced, we have to think about, our emotions. What are we being pulled to do? What is our soul calling us to do? Our heart, our mind. We have to get these things in alignment, and sometimes it can get a confusion. It can get confusing, I should say. And when we talk to someone that we love, when we talk to someone that understands us, when we talk to someone that gets us, many times that can help us figure it out. But here, this could very well mean someone helping you go forth on this new path together. Maybe you'll be having a new business partner going forward. Now, what we should focus on doing here is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords, you'll see where he has his swords with him. He's got his hand on one. He values it. This is important. And he's got a look on his face like, I got what I came for. And the two swords back here is like, yeah, I don't need those. He's got his back to them. And here the wind's blowing in. It's like there's a change. There's a change of weather. So it's time to gather up your goods and move on. And this is gathering up those things that are important to you, that mean something to you. These are swords, so it's going to be connected to these things, these things that you, you're skilled at. So it's time to, you've done the work, you went there, you got what you came for, and it's time to move on. So this could very well be that some of you are having trouble leaving stuff behind in the past in order to move forward, and it's very, very hard, because that's what we're supposed to do, is we're supposed to grow, and it's sad that some people or some things can't make it throughout our changing, the changing of our lives. But sometimes that's just how it is. And I'm not saying throw away people. I really, some of the comments I get from people are just, it's like, use your common sense. Look at, we understand that, Uranus is in Taurus, and yeah, that's extremities. So we're going to go one way or the other, but come on, let's find the middle ground and use some common sense. And, we got to stop worrying about all of this other stuff and worrying about where we're going and what's going on. I saw a meme today about, why am I trying to, work on my self-improvement when the world is going to crap? Well, you can either join the crap, or you can be better than. You can bring yourself out of it and, show them how it's done. And maybe that's an Aries point of view. I don't know. But I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I am not going to wallow in that. And this is exactly, our enlightenment is strength. And this is the infinity sign is above here. As above, so below. As within, so without. When Gandhi said, be the change, this is, people take that to such a different way, but you have to really listen to that. And, one of the reasons that we don't catch on to these older teachings is that we've lost the meaning of symbology, and we've lost the deeper meanings of words. We only listen to the surface. We don't go below to say, well, what exactly does that mean? We have been programmed to accept things as face value and then be okay with it. Well, no, let's ask questions. Questions are a good thing, and questions need to be answered. That is how we learn. That is how we grow. And it does start within. It does start within us. We have a new moon coming up on the 30th, which will be in Gemini, and that is air energy, very much so. Gemini is the twins, and the twins are, they can be, they're different. The twins are different, and this is a blending of that energies. And many times Gemini energy can have two faces. And well, I'll say all times, Gemini energy has two faces. And those two faces, we can either use them at our detriment or use them to enhance us. We always have a choice. We have that choice. The world may be going to crap, But you can work at showing them how not to do that and be the pioneer and be the leader. That is what's really needed. True leaders, not just by titles and whatnot. We need true leaders. We need people that's going to help us and bring us back into that strength. And there's other things that I'm working on that's going to help bring us back into that strength of who we are and who we are as a people and who we are as humans, and how to be proud of who we are. We are beautiful beings, and we are very gifted in so many ways, and we have to remember that. So here, this is the enlightenment. Enlightenment, as above, so below, as within, so without. You know, she's sitting next to a lion. She's petting him. He's happy. You know, there's red roses that are about desire, and there's mountains behind them. You know, they're laying on a stone, which is about a foundation. It's a strong foundation. So this is, you know, inner strength and calming the madness inside of us, and really stepping up and being the magnificent beings that we are. So that is it for the reading. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm sorry it's a little bit late. I do apologize. It's just been crazy. The eclipse energy got a hold of me just like it got a hold of everybody. And Mercury, and it's just been crazy nonstop energy and going and doing and so much stuff going on. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will be back on here to talk about our new moon, and I will be doing a reading for our new moon as well. So, wishing you all a beautiful day, and merry part until we merry meet again. Blessings.